When these questions start becoming really, really difficult for you to answer with your own tools, is the time when you need to start thinking about the next step.
You had mentioned something there about a number, a monetary value that maybe once you hit, you should expand. But what are some of the other signs, or I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but what are some of the other things that they should look for to tell them, okay, maybe you've outgrown this free tool, maybe you need some greater capabilities?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, and there's no right or wrong answer. But on an intuitive level, when you start asking questions, every business is asking questions every day, right? We had this sort of one sort of product return. How many of those customers ever ordered from us again, right? A very typical question an e-commerce company wants to figure out. When these questions start becoming really, really difficult for you to answer with your own tools, is the time when you need to start thinking about the next step. And historically, that jump between those free tools and the next step has been so intimidating, because the free tools kind of bundle it all for you, right? As long as you're using Facebook, it can give you pretty good insights. But all of a sudden, when you decide to move away from that, you now have to take your data from all of these different data sources, ingest it into a central warehouse, sort of figure out how to clean it, model it, structure it, and then ultimately build reports which power your different teams in your business. And that takes hiring multiple heads and buying infrastructure, and the sort of jump between using free tools and doing it yourself has been so high that historically industries like e-commerce just have shied away from it, right? They've used free tools way longer than you have to. And one of the things which starts to happen as data becomes more mainstream is there are companies which are going to help make the data stack more manageable, be able to help you integrate your data from your different data sources, put it inside a central place. And as more and more of these tools come, the buy-in becomes easier and easier, and sort of 5x plays in that space where we're able to, instead of you going and building your own stack to figure out how to collect data, ingest it, store it, model it, report it, we help you bundle it together and give it to you as a service. And we're going to start seeing more and more of these aggregators and these sort of one-stop shops, which sort of make it easier. So we are gonna, we're already seeing a lot more $1 million, $2 million, $3 million e-commerce stores, which are sort of doing this. Whereas 2 years ago, if you wanted to do it, you would need to spend $500,000 hiring 2 or 3 engineers and going and doing it yourself. So I think it's sort of a super exciting time to do it, and we're already starting to see the trends where more and more e-commerce companies are doing it. So it becomes even more important for the ones who aren't doing it, who are at that size, to start thinking about how data is going to power this sort of next generation of like go-to-market of high-level business metrics.